Howdy everybody and welcome to Dream Makers. I'm your host, Johnny Piazza 1.
And I'm your host, Johnny Piazza 2.
Yeah. And the reason we've got two Johnnies today is because we quite frankly have a lot to cover. And the producers thought that, hey, maybe it'd be a little bit easier to cover it if we had multiple Johnnies. So that's what this guy's doing here. And why we have so much to cover is because we've got a whole bunch of hunts coming at you. First, we're going on a whitetail hunt with a young lady named Mara. And then we're gonna be going after pheasant with a whole bunch of recipients. It's gonna be a lot of action and a whole lot of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of action, a ton of fun, and a whole lot of recipients. I literally just said that. And we're about to get it started right here on Dream Makers. Man, that's my line. Look, Johnny, I don't think we need a second Johnny, okay? You can go ahead and go. I'm sorry, but you can go ahead and go. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, we're about to get this show started right here on Dream Makers. Now that's how you start a show. I don't need no second Johnny. Now before we get started with any hunts, I've got to tell you about the Outdoor Adventure Foundation and Dream Makers and how we're able to bring you the show. Okay, Dream Makers is brought to you by the Outdoor Adventure Foundation. And the Outdoor Adventure Foundation is an organization that provides hunts and other outdoor adventures for youths under the age of 25 with life-threatening illnesses and disabled veterans. And the only reason we're able to do that is because of all of you out there that have donated your time, money, and also supported the show. So in order to thank you for that, we got to give you a good show. And we've got two awesome hunts coming at you that are sure going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let me tell you about our recipient, Mara, okay? First of all, she is a sweetheart, but she's a sweetheart that has been through a lot in her past, her and her family. They've gone through it together. They've been totally supportive of Mara. And what's really cool to me is one of the things that has gotten Mara and her family through her trials and tribulations is the fact that she loves to hunt.
I'm Mara Olson, I'm 19 years old, and I'm here to do a whitetail buck hunt. I was diagnosed with ALL T-cell leukemia in October of 2020, so I've been having to go through steroid treatments, chemotherapy, different procedures like back pokes. So just being positive is kind of it's challenging in some ways, but having moments like these and opportunities like this makes it a lot easier. And you know, my balance isn't the best, my walking isn't the best, but definitely coming out and doing this, I can show myself that I can do it. Yeah, I kept on watching Dream Makers episodes and I was so excited to go on this hunt ever since Brian called and said, hey, want to do a deer hunt? I was like, oh my gosh, this is a great opportunity, so I'm gonna take it.
So previously, Mara actually went on a turkey hunt with us here at the Outdoor Adventure Foundation. And I gotta tell you, bird-wise, the gobbler showing up, it did not go well because she really didn't see any shooter toms and she didn't end up getting a bird. So what the guys at the Outdoor Adventure Foundation did, they said, Mara, how about we hook you up with a whitetail hunt? And she was like, heck yeah, that sounds like a big outdoor dream. I am definitely 100% down. So they made it happen for her and she could not be more excited. So now if you're American and you're a hunter, chances are that you've been deer hunting. And chances are you like it because who the heck out there doesn't like chasing whitetail? Most popular big game animal in North America by far. Now, in my personal opinion, the only thing better than hunting whitetail is hunting them in the snow. And the reason being is because they are extremely patternable. That cold weather makes those deer have to be on the hunt constantly for food sources to keep those calories up and stay warm in the cold. And another benefit is that white snow makes those deer pop. So it's real easy to see them. And if you can stay in the cold weather, you got a really good chance of getting a deer. So this whitetail hunt is going to be taking place in November in North Dakota at a place near Fort Ransom. And Fort Ransom is a very cool spot, all right? It's a great tourist destination. They've got skiing, it's a nice small town vibe, and it's just an awesome place. But That being said is we're not gonna be hunting in Fort Ransom, okay? We're gonna be hunting near Fort Ransom on the property of one of our good friends, Bruce Pansky. Now let me tell you about Mr. Bruce, all right? He is Mr. Conservation when it comes to animal and land management, all right? He pours his heart and his soul into making sure that there's plenty of habitat and food for the animals on his property, specifically whitetail. He's big into conservation, and he's also big into tree and habitat regeneration, and even talks with his neighbors to make sure everybody's on the same page and that they're gonna build the best habitat possible for these animals. Now, Mr. Bruce is a big stickler as far as making sure that his hunters are 100% confident in their rifle before they go out and hunt, okay? Any hunter should be. So before Mara hunts, Bruce is gonna sit down with her and make sure that she is 100% confident.
Push it forward again, another one goes in.
Well, we might have went a little too far down.
It's the same spot as the other bullet, which is just what we wanted.
Okay.
So you're very, very consistent. We just got to go back up a little bit.
Okay.
Now, Ms. Mara is feeling good, shooting good, and ready to hunt some whitetail. All she's got to do is go get in the blind. Stick with us. Dreammakers will be right back.
These dreams are made possible by Cullen Children's Foundation, Sanford Health, the Alex Stern Family Foundation, Anderson Trucking Service, and Shields.
This is my first night in the deer blind and my first night ever deer hunting, and I'm super excited to see all the deer that's about to come in.
So Mara starts seeing some deer, actually quite a few deer. You know, she sees some does and smaller bucks. Nothing to get excited about, but they're still fun to see. But then out of nowhere, as if rising from the depths of the woods, here comes a nice buck.
He's up on top of the hill. Oh yeah, he's walking. Yeah.
Now this is a nice deer, all right? He's got a nice rack, nice frame, good tine length. But the thing is that when you look at this deer's face and body, you can just tell that he's a little bit younger, all right? He's probably a 3-year-old, and he's got a lot of potential. They're gonna go ahead and pass this buck, all right? That's the proper land management decision. Let him go on, see what he'll do in a couple years, and let him spread those genetics. Now this young buck walks in and kind of bows up to all the other deer and just thinks he's the man, as young bucks sometimes tend to do. But the fact of the matter is there is always a bigger bear. And sure enough, out pops a much more mature buck. You can just tell by looking at his body that he's more mature. He's much thicker than this other deer. His rack isn't huge. It should be much bigger by now. But that being said he is still an awesome deer to take. And I think if he comes in closer, Mara's gonna try to get a shot.
Oh yeah, he's coming. Get ready. Nice and slow. Yeah. He's gonna scare the other ones away. Just plenty of time. Plenty of time. No rush. Not yet, not yet. Just wait. Okay, now whenever he turns, there. Oh. If you get a shot, you can take it.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm shaking.
Take the gun back in. Just keep watching.
Okay. Oh my God. I can't believe I did that.
You didn't put your earmuffs on.
I know. I was too excited. That was a nice buck.
But now we have to see if we got him or not.
Yeah.
So you've got to be proud of Mara. This was a lot of excitement, okay? She saw the one nice buck, She passed on that one, and then this other bigger, more mature deer came in. They kind of bowed up to each other, and then amongst all the excitement, she still ended up making a great shot and a great management decision, which is something really cool and what Mr. Bruce Pansky is all about, proper land management. So good for you, Mara. We're glad you got your buck, and we're glad you got to do it with your dad and have a dang good time, because that's what the Outdoor Adventure Foundation is all about.
Oh, I was just hoping she was going to hit him. So exciting for her to be out here. Thank you so much to all the great people at Outdoor Adventure and to the landowner for letting us come out here and do this. It's great for people like Mara.
I can't thank Outdoor Adventure Foundation enough for this hunt. It means the world to knowing that there's a foundation out there for kids like me and veterans, that they're helping us have a good time, and I can't thank them enough for all that they do.
Now, Mara has been through a lot in her past, okay? Her and her dad and the rest of her family. Most people out there can't even imagine how going through something like that would be, okay? And the fact that they've come through it on the other side, and now they're getting to hunt together, enjoy the outdoors together, and make memories together is extremely special. And we're very fortunate to be able to provide that for people here at the Outdoor Adventure Foundation. And if you're out there and you want to get involved, please do so. We'll have the information on the screen. But that being said, this show isn't over yet, okay? Because we've still got a bad to the bone pheasant hunt coming at you when we get back from the break. Stick with us. Dream Makers will be right back.
These dreams were made possible by Cullen Children's Foundation, Sanford Health, the Alex Stern Family Foundation, Anderson Trucking Service, and Shields.
Welcome back to Dream Makers, everybody. Now, earlier in the show, we went out with a recipient named Mara, and she took a beautiful whitetail. He was a big old buck, and she had a great time. Now, here's the deal. The show, it ain't over yet, because we're about to go on a pheasant hunt. So we do this pheasant hunt once a year, and every single year it is hosted by our good friend George Berger with Baldhill Creek Adventures. Now, Baldhill Creek Adventures, they outfit for upland game birds, waterfowl, and whitetail. And I'll tell you what, George is a sweetheart of a guy, and he's taken out a ton of our recipients in the past. Now, when George does this, he rolls out the red carpet. He's got food, he's got guns, he's got dogs, and Polaris even gets involved and provides UTVs for our recipients to get around on to make it a little bit easier on them. It truly is awesome. Now, pheasant hunts are great, all right? There's not a lot of pressure, okay? It's not like you're sitting in a stand looking for one deer. You know, if you have a good pheasant hunt, they're flying all over the place. So now you're gonna be seeing some familiar faces on this show, all right? Recipients you've seen going on other hunts in the past. This is kind of a special deal where all the recipients come together and they get to go out, have fun, shoot some pheasants, get to know each other, and kind of share some of their trauma in the past. You know, all of these people have been through a lot, and sometimes it helps to spend time with people that have been through similar trauma and kind of talk about things. So the fact that they get to do that while also hunting pheasant, it's perfect. So something that is very important to Mr. George is having a safety briefing. He does one every single year, and he makes sure that everybody knows the deal and everybody is going to be 100% safe. Because the fact of the matter is, when it comes to hunting and anything with guns, safety is the #1 most important thing, bar none.
We got dogs ahead of you on the ground, so I don't want anybody shooting them on the ground unless you're in the Polaris. Make sure there's daylight behind the birds when they get up. There's lots of birds, so everybody's going to get shooting, like I said. When a bird gets up, and I want everybody to stay in a line, so I think we're going to break into 2 groups, because there'll be 6, and that's perfect. We can have 4 people walking, and the other 2 can go to the end. Always be off to the side so that the birds will come out the end. Let the dogs do the work. If you see them running on the ground, they're going to get up sooner or later at the end normally. That's when most of your shooting happens, is at the end of the field.
down.
Well, now we just came in and we're going to take a bird count on all the birds that we got today, and I think total we topped 70 birds, our group, for the day, and we're going to line them up and take a few photos here. And we got some of the Polaris Rangers and things that we've been using all day, and it's just a great time here. We're going to take some photos, and you know, so just fabulous. We're about to have a great dinner, chicken and ribs and stuff here, and it was just a great day. The dogs were fabulous, retrieving birds, and it's been a long day. I think everybody's tired out. There's a lot of walking, and it was a good day.
Now our pheasant hunt is going good. All right, everybody's been shooting a lot of birds and the feathers have been flying, but there are still plenty of feathers left to fly. And in order to see that action, you're gonna have to stick around. Dream Makers will be right back.
These dreams were made possible by Cullen Children's Foundation, Sanford Health, the Alex Stern Family Foundation, Anderson Trucking Service, and Shields.
Welcome back to Dream Makers, everybody. Now we are on a pheasant hunt with a whole mess of recipients. And keep in mind, this is a 2-day hunt. So yesterday went great. Everybody shot a lot of birds, they ate some great food, and they had a really good time. But this hunt is far from over because we've still got another day left and a whole lot of pheasant shooting left to go.
I'm George Berger with Baldhill Creek Adventures. We're just going to have our Outdoor Adventure Foundation hunt here for 2022. And we're just going to head out. We're going to go north here. And I've got 6 in my group, and we call ourselves the A-Team. And everybody's excited and we're ready to rock and roll.
So you bird hunters out there, you'll know this terminology as far as crushing a bird, all right? There's nothing better when you're bird hunting, okay? Whether it's dove hunting, waterfowl hunting, or pheasant hunting, when that bird flies up and bam, you shoot and just crush him and he drops right where he was flying, it's perfect. It's an ethical shot and makes for an easy recovery. Now, something that is pretty important to a pheasant hunt is having some good dogs. And Mr. George Berger, he's got plenty of fantastic dogs. And these pups, they're doing a dang good job for our recipients. These dogs were born and bred to pheasant hunt, and they're enjoying it just as much as our hunters are.
Number 6 right here. Let's get it.
Something else that is really cool is getting to watch the parents hunt with their kids. You know, they've been through a lot together, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. So the fact that they get to forget all that and just go out, have some fun, shoot some birds, and at the end of the day, everybody rounds their birds up and celebrates together. It's just an awesome experience.
My name is Anthony Thompson. This has been really fun, and it was a really fun blast to come out here.
I want to thank the Outdoor Adventure Foundation and Baldhill Creek Adventures for letting me come out on this hunt.
My name is Jade Oshu. I want to say thank you to the Outdoor Adventure Foundation and Baldhill Creek Adventures for allowing this trip to happen, as this is something I've been looking forward to, and it really just helps to take our minds off of everything else going around. So we're really thankful that we have this opportunity and can't say thank you enough.
For me, it's just awesome. It's awesome to come out here. You know, we have a whole lot of fun coming out here shooting birds and just getting to know each other, you know, and all the different people that come along. So it's, you know, we all have, you know, a lot of fun out here. So it's super fun. The owners are awesome. This place is just it's a great opportunity to come out and just have fun and meet new people, you know, and just enjoy the sport of being outside and shooting birds. So.
My name's Dawson Caroon, and I'm out here with my buddy Jake Cernat, and I can't be more pleased to be out here. It's an awesome hunt.
Now this is no small event, all right? Putting something on like this is a big challenge, and George, he does it every single year right from his heart. He puts a lot of passion into this, whether it's the dogs, the food, the birds, or just making this come together. It is very important to him that these recipients have a good time, and every single year they do. So George, we can't thank you enough. And if you're out there and you want to get involved with Dream Makers, whether it's being a volunteer or donating a hunt like George, or if you want to get involved monetarily, all you have to do is head over to our website where we'll have all the information you need to do so. And also, if you're out there and you want another easy way to give, you can use our spare change program, where all you have to do is text give to OAF at 21000, and all of your extra change will be donated towards our mission. It's a really small way for you to give, but it makes a huge difference for us. Now, if you've been watching this show, I want to say thank you, because it's been awesome. We went on a phenomenal whitetail hunt with a young lady named Mara, and she shot an awesome buck. And then we went out with a whole mess of recipients and shot a bunch of pheasants. And it was a dang good time. And I'll tell you what, if you like this show, then you need to keep tuning in, because we're doing a whole bunch of cool stuff right here on Dream Makers.